Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
How you guys like the new the backdrop for today? I know it's just a shed, but darn it, that thing took a lot of work to do, and I'm super happy about it.
Yeah, it was, I mean, it wasn't a lot of work. The biggest amount of work I feel like was trying to get a leveled spot.
Right, and when I say a lot of work, I mostly mean it was just exhausting because of how hot it was.
Doing it during that heat wave and everything, that was...
maybe not the smartest move, but...
yeah, that was rough.
It needed to get done.
Yeah, well, thankfully we did have the shade, you know, and we were able to maneuver the shade while we were building it.
I don't think we could have done it without the shade.
No.
At least not in a day.
No.
I mean...
not with how hot and that extensive heat wave, that how it was and everything, like, whew,
yeah.
buddy. Like...
it was pretty gross.
We're from the desert, so we know what hot is, and that was hot. Those are, I mean, they put out the excessive heat warnings and everything else, and I was like, man, I feel like I'm back in the desert.
Yeah.
Even like the little bits of breezes that we got, I'm thinking, I'm like, man, it feels like just like the desert.
It reminded me of that hair dryer wind that you get in the desert. If you guys have never been to the desert,
it's a true thing.
It's a true thing. It legit feels like somebody has a hair dryer on you.
Yeah.
And it's just going. And that's how it was the other day. But there was humidity too, so you were just covered in wet. Like our clothes were just soaking wet.
And
like
it was
wring 'em out style almost, dude. It was bad.
We were drinking a lot of water, and it got to a point like we would take a break, and we'd come out with more water and whatnot, and we were, you know, trying to stay as hydrated as possible, but we started not sweating, which is not a good thing.
Yeah, that's scary when you're not sweating.
Yes.
Out here anyway. I noticed that like in Arizona, we wouldn't sweat so much.
Well, no, but you did. You know, you did sweat in the desert. It's just, it's so hot out there and so dry that that little bit of sweat that you are sweating, it kept your skin
like evaporated.
No, I know, but it kept your skin just ever so slightly moisturized, you know. But you could tell in the desert too when it was like, oh my goodness, my skin is cracking. This is bad.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like...
where on the contrary, out here, you're dripping.
Yes,
like
all the time.
Just dripping. It's it's crazy.
So when you're not dripping and it's that hot, it's like, okay, something's wrong. I need to take a break and I need to drink some water.
Electrolytes.
Electrolytes, yeah. So we definitely took it easy building this, but doing the rock and all the way up to the roof, we got it done in a day by taking it easy, and we took plenty of breaks. I mean, it was super, super hot, and yeah, there were some questions about, there was one gal, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to respond back, but I have read a few of the comments, not a lot, but because we've been busy, but I did read a question. There's a filter setting in YouTube Studios where you can filter out just the questions. So there's that, guys. If you ever have a question for us, make sure to put a question mark at the end of your sentence, because when I'm doing that filter, it pops up faster. Anyhow, there was a question from a gal who said she is going to be getting one of these herself, and she was wondering how much time she should block out for herself because she'll be doing it alone. If you're doing it alone, I'd block out at least 2 days. Yes.
Just because, one, your foundation, it depends on the type of foundation you're going to do as well.
If you have a concrete slab already,
that'll make it faster.
That'll make it quicker. Definitely try to get a second hand, because not having that the way that you have to secure everything, if I didn't have Melanie, I would have had to come up with some sort of bracing mechanism that I would have to move with each one, you know, or try to refinagle it to where it's not going to fall.
The corners are kind of flimsy when you first put them in.
Correct. But the corners weren't too bad. It's the straight panels, because you have to attach the bottom and the top. And you don't want to go too...
Well, okay, Gary's right. It's that first piece when you connect to the corner. Yeah. The very first panel connecting to the corner, it did want to kind of do this, but now that everything is all zipped up and buttoned down, it's very sturdy and very strong.
Correct.
Surprisingly sturdy and strong, considering how it did kind of
and everything
do this
like
at first.
Before, yeah, all the walls were I was skeptical while we were building, and I was like, man, I don't know. And the second we put up the roof and got it like braced this way, and then we started putting up all the panels, it literally, the walls, they're solid. Like there is no.
Yeah, that's the door. That might not
That's
be
the
the best
door.
example.
Well, yeah, I mean, but they're in there. You can, I mean, it's metal, so as strong as the metal that is there.
Yes. But all in all, I'm super duper thankful to Patty Yall for reaching out to us, offering to give us this beautiful shed for our open and honest review and sponsoring the video. That was super duper nice.
Yeah.
And I am very pleasantly surprised with it. I mean, we got a bulk of that stuff up off of our patio and in here where it's going to be nice and safe and secure from the elements. And it cleaned off that patio so we can, you know, when we get back from helping the family, which we're going to talk about in a second, we can change gears and start working on the decking.
Correct.
So.
And we still have to figure out exactly what we're doing in the back. Are we going all the way up? Or are we not going all the way up? Are we using block? Or are we not using block?
Yeah.
Still.
There was some comments, people saying just use steel pipe or steel beams, I should say. And then you can face it with wood. There was that comment suggestion made to us. We still have to decide on how we want to do those pillars. I really do like Gary's idea about going with the block because it will match the face of our basement.
No.
And I mean, some people don't like the block look. I personally like the block look. And I know you do too.
I don't mind the block look at all.
You know, I think it looks good.
It's very, I mean, I've seen so many cabins out here. So many cabins built upon block pillars.
Yeah.
You know, same thing with a lot of houses and everything. They use blocks to make the pillars.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very known construction material to do it, you know.
Yeah, and I know you, babe. You're going to do it like above and beyond, and you're going to rebar it. We're going to fill it with concrete. Yeah. It's not going to go anywhere.
And we don't, I mean, and the thing is that I'm trying to think of, and I'm trying to like plan it out, and I've planned out the pillars, you know, and everything else like that. But so the way that we could do it is, in all reality, I could probably get away with putting in only 4. 2 right off the main from the door, right? Going up, and then 1 right in the middle of that and the kicker.
Right.
So, I mean, spacing wise, I could span it out and get it done that way.
Yeah. But there's also the other option of using the steel.
Correct.
You know, and facing it with wood.
Correct.
We could do that. That would last for a long time too.
Yeah.
And it would look very nice. And then we can just scratch all of that and then just go with just straight wood beams, wood post. We could do that too. So we definitely have options.
I think it would be cool if we could face it, like face all of the block out here. I mean, I just got done saying how I like the block look. But if it was like something that you wanted to do as well, we could also go ahead and do like get the river rock.
Yeah, do a stone type.
Stone or river rock or something like that on the outer.
I mean, that would look really pretty, but for me, that's obviously cosmetic.
That's a lot of, it's more cosmetic. It's not necessary.
I don't necessarily want to tackle until we're already living inside the basement. Then we can go back and, you know, revisit some of the cosmetic stuff. Yeah. Because, I mean, in reality, shoot, I don't even have all the dry lock paint finished. No. Like this white that's facing the building, I've said it before, but if you missed it, that's just dry lock paint, and it stains super easy. Like this tiniest little smudge of dirt gets on there, and you can't wash it off.
It's that rubber paint where it's in there, and then it's like you want to pressure wash it, but then again, you're afraid to pressure wash it because you don't want to blast off the paint.
Well, I know that I've taken a scrub brush and some soap, and I've tried to wash some of those dirt spots off.
Just making it worse.
It spreads. It doesn't get it off, and then but I need to do a bottom layer along the very bottom, like the bottom trim of some dry lock, and then Gary and I do have plans to paint over that white, so it's not going to be white. We're probably going to do like a tan color or something, because it is blinding. Yeah. We'll be out here in these hot summer days and stuff, and the light like reflects off of it, and we're like, oh.
I feel like we're back on top of the basement building.
Yeah,
the cabin.
That was bad. That was brutal.
That was like, oh my goodness. That reflective paint reflects right into your eyeballs, man. It's,
every time.
Oh my goodness.
Every time. What are you guys doing? Huh?
We're checking out the shed.
Yeah, they got to be right by us. That's all right.
What is this?
Yeah, what's going on? So yeah, so now that the patio's all cleared off, Gary and I got this shed up. There's one other thing that I guess two other things that we want to do before we really focus our attention on the cabin again, and that's finish the Pecker Palace, which all we got to do is the windows inside there. We got some netting, so we're going to be closing off those windows. You know, so critters and things can't get in and out. We got to build like little window flaps so we can button it all down in this winter. Yep. And we got to do the roof. After that's done, Pecker Palace is done, completed, and good, at least for now. And we're going to change gears and then get the kids' playhouse finished. But simultaneously, as we're working on the playhouse, because we got to set those posts in concrete and stuff, I think we're going to set the posts for the playhouse and also be setting post for over here. Correct. So that way, by the time that's
which is
cured,
ideally what I wanted to do.
You know.
At the end, anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to do it to where we can work on both. Yeah. Because either which way, I'm like, well, it's either A, I go with posts and I'm just going to be buying posts like crazy anyway, and I might as well try to get the bigger bang for my buck and try to get a bigger, you know, load versus just a little bit. I might be able to get a discount, but I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. If it's only $1 a post, hey man, it's $1 a post that I get to save or something like that. Even if it's like 50 cents.
Yeah,
I'll
take that 50
like,
cent. Hey,
they're proud of those materials, you know.
Proud of every darn thing, but
hey, it's getting there. You know, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, well, either which way it'll be all right. Yeah. You know,
we'll be all right.
I'm so happy. I'm just excited that it's now this time frame.
I know.
I can't wait for this month to be done and over with, because then the weather's going to start being a lot nicer.
Yeah, we've got this last little heat wave at the end of August. Today isn't going to be too bad. Tomorrow, of course, when we're going over, I guess switching gears again, we're going to be leaving and going and helping out the Fram Bam. We're going to go to It's All Grady. They've already let the cat out of the bag. So yes, we are going to It's All Grady's, and we're going to be helping them raise their trusses for their cabin build. So It's All Grady, they're a great channel. They're great friends. We don't get the opportunity to hang out with them as much as we'd like because they are about a good 3-hour drive from here. But that's all right. 4 hours?
4 hours.
Okay, 4-hour drive from here. They're not far, but they're a bit. Yeah. So we love them. We support them. They're wonderful people. Don't have anything else but wonderful things to say about them. But we are going to be going and helping them with raising their trusses. What was that?
Dang bug or something.
Horsefly?
Horsefly? I don't know. It bit me, whatever it was.
Jeez. So anyhows, we are going to go over there and help them with their truss raising party. Super duper excited and proud of them, man. They've been kicking it and they stuck with it. You know, they're doing a phenomenal job.
I'm excited to go check out their place. We have never checked it out, you know, I mean, other than online and everything. And yeah. I mean, videos don't ever do anything justice.
Yeah, and from their videos, it looks like a beautiful spot.
I mean, I'm down to go and check it out. I'm going to bring my fishing pole. I might try to fish their pond, you know.
Hey, they got a fish off with Marcel?
Yeah, maybe.
Actually, you better watch out for Denise. She got a pretty. Yeah, you better watch out for Denise.
So, I mean, I might as well go over there and try to, you know, it would be fun after raising trusses and whatnot like that.
Yeah, in the evening. You know. But there's a bunch of us getting together. There's a bunch of us getting together to do this. Of course, the dogs are going to bark right now.
Relax.
Hey, shush. Come here, Louie. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Hi, Layla. Okay, now they're all going to come over here. Hi, guys. Thank you for snitching. Thank you for snitching. Thank you. All right, that's enough now. Come on, that's enough. Come over here.
Don't need you licking me.
Over here.
I know you love me.
Over here. Good, good, good.
I know you love me. I know. Sit. Relax.
Oh, come on. Sit. Yeah, there you go.
Sit.
So, sorry guys. Squirrel. Anyhow, there is a bunch of us getting together to help them out with that. And I absolutely love when we can help our friends. If you guys haven't noticed, we are very big on community, and we try as much as we possibly can to physically go and help our friends. We try as much as we can to be loving and supporting, while also, you know, not distracting from what we got to do. But if somebody needs a "you can do it," I'm your gal. I'm definitely a cheerleader for everybody, and I try my best, and I know you do too. But with Denise and Marcel, they have come and worked so hard, and they have come such a long way. And doing something as exciting and monumental for their build as the trusses, I mean, that's a huge turning point. Every time that we did, you know, when we got to the floor joists, it changed everything.
Yep.
When we did our trusses, it changed everything. And so to be able to be there for them while it's about to change everything for them, it's super exciting. And I couldn't be more proud and thankful that they even invited us and even thought about us.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
We got a lot to pack up and do before we go.
Yes. So Gary and I are going to be leaving super duper early tomorrow morning. The kids are in school now. They'll be spending the night at my mom's house tonight, tomorrow night, and then on Thursday when we come home, we'll meet back up with the kids and get the kids after school. Anthony and Roxanne with Country Road Cure, they want to go so badly, but I told Anthony, I said, bro, Rox, can you guys please do me a solid and stay here and watch the animals for me? Because Brittany and Kylie, who are my older nieces, they usually come over and like will house sit for us. But one, Kylie's living in her own place now.
Yeah.
So she's a little bit further away. And two, their working schedules are not conducive for them to be able to come over and like change the water and stuff for everybody. And my mom is going to be having our kids, so she's going to be busy too. So I asked Anthony and Rox, and they're going to stay back. They're going to watch the property. They're going to take care of our chickens and stuff for us.
We especially don't want to, you know, leave our animals during the excessive heat.
Yes,
and everything.
somebody needs to be here. It's too ugly.
It's a huge thank you and a huge helping hand.
Yeah, thanks Anthony and Rox.
Because
I know they're getting left out, and I feel bad. But on the other hand,
that's why we are here. That's why we are, you know, the 41.36.
Exactly.
Where, you know, we are helping each other out.
Exactly.
Even more than you guys even know.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much that we do that's just not on camera. Excuse me, not on camera. We hang out every day, every single day, and we talk every day, and we do stuff for each other every day, and it's just not always on camera. We are going to be working on some projects here come the fall that's going to be together. I don't want to say too much because then it's going to be when, but we do have some plans to get together on some things with Country Road Cure this fall, and I guess beautify the 41.36 some more.
Yeah.
And we're going to be slotting that in as we do stuff for our cabin and as they do stuff for their home as well. Yeah. But it's exciting, guys. It's really exciting. Super duper thankful to them for taking care of the animals and holding back for us. Speaking of the animals, Gary and I are trying to have kind of a more low-key day today because I know that tomorrow is going to be extremely hot, excruciating, physical, all of it. We need to be on our A game, so we are going to go to bed early tonight and wake up early tomorrow. But
we got to try to leave here by like 3
o'clock in the morning is when we're going to be waking up and being in the car on the road. So that way we can actually get there.
It's going to be rough, I'm not going to lie.
I know, it's going to be hard, but we're going to have to just make it happen. So we have to just make it happen. We got to
make it work out.
Yeah. So in order for everything to run smoothly, Gary and I are going to have kind of a more chill day today. We do have to go down to the Pecker Palace. And we're going to move some chickens around because those baby chicks that are inside the, like the grow out where the rabbit hutches are, those ones need to get the heck out of there. They're like getting so big, and it's time to move them to Pecker Palace. And that'll make one less chore for Anthony and Roxanne to do while we're gone. Yep. So we're going to go down to Pecker Palace today and really quickly just add some chicken wire along the base around the Pecker Palace. So that way, just in case, you know, because we don't have any small ones in there yet, just in case nobody can nip at them, they can't stick their head through it. And
I don't think that they can get through it, but
peace of mind.
Just the peace of mind while we're gone. And everything else.
Yeah. And I know that Anthony and Rox would feel horrible if something like that happened, you know, while we were gone. And it's just peace of mind for everybody, and it lessens the chore. And those, like I said, those chickens are like, they need to get the heck out of there. They're so big in there now. I feel bad. They're all stuffed in that box. It's terrible. So besides that little Pecker Palace work, Gary and I are going to be packing and kind of cleaning the house and getting everything ready. And
I got to do the oil change on the car and pack up the car and get it ready.
Yeah, because when the kids come home, we're going to feed them dinner and then pack them up and take them to my mom's house. And then Gary and I are going to go home and we're going to turn off all the lights and probably stare at the ceiling for an hour. Yeah. And try our darndest to actually get some rest, because 3 o'clock is going to come early. Yeah.
And it's like that time frame where it's like, it's hard to wake up if you go to sleep too late. Yeah. You know, and then it's, you know, you might think, oh, I'll just stay up. No, you don't want to stay up, because what you're doing the next day is you need some sleep for it.
Yeah,
you can't wait or stay up and do trusses and all that stuff.
So if you guys have not seen It's All Grady and their build, I suggest you please go over there and check it out. But just to give you a little insight, they did also build a basement, and the roof trusses are going on top of their cabin upstairs. So it is going to be high up in the sky. So there's a little bit of danger with it, right? And their building is bigger than our building.
Yep.
So it's going to be
I believe they did a 30 by 50.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. We might not have it right, but I think you're right.
I want to say it was a 30 by 50.
Yeah, I think so too.
And
ours is a 33 by 33.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit wider or longer or whatever, but it's just
it's a little shy of 500 square feet more.
Yeah.
But that adds up. That's 100 square feet behind me.
Yeah, it adds up. It all adds up, right? So just make sure to keep us in your guys' prayers and thoughts for safety and for a wonderful day and a wonderful time. I know it's going to be. I know it's going to go off without a hitch. I was telling Gary, man, they've definitely drafted like the dream team when it comes to it, because those trusses aren't going to stand a chance.
No.
Yeah, with you guys on it, and I'm going to be your guys' gopher or squirrel. I mean, it ain't going to stand a chance. I'm super excited for Denise and Marcel to put out their truss build video. I will give you guys more information about that when it actually comes time. I'll probably do a little bit of recording, just a little bit here, a little bit there, kind of like how I did for David's shed teardown, right? But I'll save all the big stuff. I'm not going to go trying to push my way in there and steal nobody's thunder. This is a huge thing for them, and I'm so excited for them. I want to make a little noise for them, but I would love for you guys to go and show some love and support to them, because they are so deserving. So I'll give you guys information about that when I talk with her though this week, and I'll fill you guys in on the way. We will be recording today, just a little bit here and a little bit there. I have a feeling though that time-wise, I'm probably not going to be able to get the video out for it until like Friday when we come back. More than likely, because we are going to be so busy and traveling and everything else. So thank you in advance for understanding. But you'll have something soon, and we're going to just still do real talks here on this channel every day while we're gone. And I do still plan to do our live stream on tomorrow night, and we'll be with everybody, and maybe we can give you guys a little bit of something on the excitement of the day. I'm sure we're all going to be nice and amped up.
Heck yeah.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We're playing it by ear, but I still plan, like I said, to do the live stream, and hopefully I'll be able to get a video on Simple Life for you guys by Friday.
Yeah.
That's what I'm shooting for. So before we go, guys, I am going to grab the camera and show you guys a little bit of something. But in the last video we posted on Simple Life Reclaimed, we got called out. We were called out, man. And basically, you guys were warning us about not tying it down yet, and that, you know, with our crazy storms that we get out here, the wind, you know, the rain and everything, you guys don't want to see this thing flying over and landed on Come On Mountain. You guys don't want this to go off to Kansas like Dorothy's house in The Wizard of Oz. And I appreciate you guys looking out. But I'm going to get up and grab the handheld really quick, and I'm going to have Gary show you a thing or two, and we're going to talk to you guys on how we plan to do this. Because if there is a flaw at all, which I can't even blame Patio Well for it, but if I had to say there was a flaw, the flaw was that it didn't come with tie downs.
Yes.
So definitely keep that in consideration. If you are looking to purchase one of these, you're going to need to build your own floor, and you're going to need to get your own tie downs. And we are about to show you guys the flaw with the whole tying down situation. And Gary and I are going to have to think outside the box for this one.
Yep.
So let me grab the camera, and we'll move these chairs, and we'll show y'all something.
All right. So for those that commented, we need to tie this thing down. You might not know this, but I overthink everything.
No, you.
And I go above and beyond and overkill things a little bit more than I need to. Might not look like it because I went the, you know, grouted route or the rock route versus the recommended route that they say in the pamphlet, you know, hey, make a platform or build a concrete slab and put it on. I don't know if I want this thing here, you know, in 5 years. This thing might move around a whole bunch. So
Yeah.
I didn't want to do anything permanent or make it a nightmare later on. So we did it with rock. Now, comes to my next thing where I'm going to tie it down.
Yeah, that's happening.
That's happening.
For sure, especially before the storm season gets here.
Correct.
Yeah.
But here's my issue. Your tie down locations, or when you have a wooden floor or a concrete, you can just use Tapcon or a screw or whatever. This is your hole that they give you.
Where is it at? Oh yeah.
That tiny little hole. Now you got one in the middle of each post as well as at the ends of each area. So that's bare. That might not even fit like a tent stake.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, I'm like, eh.
Here,
So,
give him like your fingernail for reference or something. Like here, check it out. There's a reference point for y'all.
it's smaller than my pinky nail.
Yeah.
Like, so the only thing I can think of is I got some rebar. I can stake the rebar close to it and then baling wire around, or get like some small cable, go through it and swage it or wire clamp it together. And then that would be the stakes.
I mean, if we did it at all, how many
That's probably
points would
gonna
it
be
be?
the
6
best.
points? More? 1, 2,
I mean, in all
3,
reality,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
in all reality wise, if I were to stake this down, I love the fact that they're in the middle, but I might just do the 4 corners.
Okay.
Because you're talking, this is like 300 pounds as it sits.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one of those carport tents that you get, you know, and they might weigh 35 pounds to 75 pounds as the whole kit.
Well, the carport ones are like straight up like a kite or a sail.
Correct.
Those things just, they move.
I mean, honestly, it probably would only need the 4 corners. Now, I might go ahead and go a little crazy because that's just what I do.
You don't say.
But that's the issue. And I was looking at that while we were building it, and I'm all, what in the world? That's where I'm supposed to put a screw or something. I was like, can't really screw that into the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So that's where I'm at with it. But we did that in a day. And to be able to do this in a day is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Because that is 5 loads of rock. And we did 3 of them in one day. And then we built everything. And then I did the second load yesterday, and that kicked my butt.
Yeah, Gary did bring some more rock around the edges and kind of built it up to where it sloped.
But I can't have it, so I can't have it built up too much or else the door can't open.
Yeah. No, you built it up in the spots that matter. Like this side right here is the side where the water will come down the hill and smack into that guy, and it's gonna now go into that and then kind of go around. That's the hope anyway. We'll find out when the storm season comes.
If it does go in there, it's got plenty of rock to where it should flow right underneath.
Yeah.
And I mean, it might not look like it on camera, but this hill is not a good slope. And it's due to the water runoff. We designed it that way. Because if it was flat, this thing would be a pond over here.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, we don't want that.
No. So, but yeah, guys, we super appreciate you bringing that to our attention. It was already on our radar, though. We just hadn't gotten around to doing it yet. We don't have any crazy storms coming up as of like the next week or so.
Or we shouldn't.
We shouldn't.
And I mean, this guy, like I said, it ain't moving anywhere.
Yeah, not right now anyway. But we do want to do that. We are going to do that. If you guys have any suggestions or better options for us, we would love to hear from you guys. We'll definitely keep it in consideration. But that tiny hole, that's what we're working with, unless we want to bore some more out or do something else completely. So suggestions much appreciated, and we thank you in advance for it. But honestly, guys, right now we have got to get going. The sun is starting to get angrier and angrier as we record this. We got to go down to Pecker Palace. We got to move some chickens around. Gary's going to do the oil change. We got to get ready to go to It's All Grady. So I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today and watching today's video. Subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed yet. And we'll be back on Simple Life Reclaimed likely Friday. And we'll be back here on, back on Simple Life Reclaimed tomorrow for a live chat, and then Friday for a video. And we'll be back here on Real Talk with SLR tomorrow. So we hope to see you guys then. So that was a mouthful. I'm long-winded.
What she said.
I'm a long-winded goodbyer, you don't say. But yeah, we got to go. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And until the next one, we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later, later.